Wedding venues here in Grand Rapids asking the governor to work with them in finding a way to reopen safely before the spring busy season.
Yeah, they say that they need a concrete timeline of when they'll be allowed to hold events above the current only 10-person capacity limit. Our Michael Martin is live outside one of those venues on the city's west side with what they had to say about hopefully getting a timeline, Michael.
Yeah, Annie, Derek, as we all know, or most of us know, the process of planning a wedding can take months, in some cases years. And so the folks here at New Vintage Place on the city's west side say they need the green light soon to reopen safely before they get to their typically busy season, or they could face missing out on an entire other season.
It's been a complete nightmare.
Since the onset of the pandemic, wedding and banquet venues have been forced to press pause on their operations.
You know, the hardest part is we're not getting any direction, from the government or the health department as far as, hey, this is when things might be able to open back up. And so it's just been a constant battle of people looking for information, but no information being provided.
For months, the halls at venues like New Vintage Place on Grand Rapids West Side have sat empty, as brides and grooms have been forced to reschedule and in some cases cancel their big days.
Every venue I've talked to, all of our schedules are clear probably through the end of March, if not later.
Right now, they're limited to events with 10 people or less. Obviously not ideal whatsoever for a wedding.
We're one of the first industries to get shut down, and we're pretty much the last industry to even be paid attention to. And a lot of people don't understand the impact that it's had.
And so more than 24 venues here in Grand Rapids came together to write this letter to Governor Whitmer, urging her to reconsider their current limitations and allow them to reopen safely as soon as possible.
As we approach springtime and folks start thinking about their weddings, it's really difficult for these venues who haven't been able to really perform operations since we shut down originally to plan out and start reserving weddings or other functions.
And it's not just wedding venues taking a massive financial hit.
Just think about the weddings you've been to or other folks have gone through. You've got the venue itself, but you have all the other, there might be a caterer or multiple. There's the event planning services. There's a whole connected system.
A lot of vendors, other small businesses are involved, from florists to caterers to photographers, DJs, photo booth companies, limousine services, even the bridal shops, the tuxedo rentals, it's, the hotels. Obviously a wedding brings people from all over the area.
Asking the governor to give their industry the same opportunity to operate safely as other similar industries have been given.
I think the overwhelming sentiment I keep hearing is, please let us do something so we can stand on our own 2 feet. And we're prepared to be flexible and adjust to the obvious health requirements that are going to be in place for some time.
Yeah, and while the intention of that letter to Governor Whitmer was urging her to allow them to reopen their businesses, they said if that can't be managed, we need to start looking at ways to financially support the industry with state or federal dollars. For now, live in Grand Rapids, Michael Martin, Fox 17 News.